PT Bot. This guy looks like an urbanized Santa Claus. Fuck you, PT Bot. Hey everybody, I'm Jordan Smith, VP of Sales and Marketing with iProv. Today, we're going super meta, right? This is a Jordan Reacts on a Jordan Reacts video. So today we're going to be reading some comments from a couple videos that we released. Before I get started, please don't forget, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And if you could do us a huge favor, if you like what you see and you've been to our channel before, hit that notification bell. It'll make sure that you don't miss out on any of the React videos, the vlogs, the podcast, any of the videos that we release on our channel. And I'm telling you, you're gonna wanna hit that bell. This year, we're gonna be doing some interesting and kind of some outside the box things to help you guys find different and fun ways to grow your business. So hit that bell, hit subscribe, and let's see what you guys think about me.
So Jordan, how's your self-confidence right now?
Ask me after this. Daniel B on here, very interesting comment. I've always agreed with the mentality that working is actually you selling your time at agreed upon salary or rate. Daniel, that's a great point. You know, so many folks that I meet or that we consult with I don't want to say they don't value their time, but they don't value their time properly, you know? So making sure that you know what your time is worth is super important, you know? This sounds stupid simple, but if you as a salesperson just focus on selling to the people who can actually buy from you, your time is going to be a lot more valuable. So many folks kind of focus on the wrong type of activity. So, you know, making sure that you value your time. Your company sure as hell does, so you should also. Jay Marie's, takeaway in his beard, and this guy would look about 12. Thank you, I think. Pillar of Wamu. I like this name. In terms of don't motivate by fear, don't you think some people respond to that? This was a good question. We actually engaged back and forth. Again, I go back to, you got to tread very lightly here. Some people will, but you'd be surprised if you motivate folks with, end result focused stuff with very positive vibes and positive attention. You know, positive energy out begets positive energy back. So this concept of, we joked about it, and there's a couple comments in here about, you know, you go into the office every day just trying to make sure that you've got a job the next day. And that's the life of a salesman. I got to hit my quota today, this week, this month, or I don't have a job tomorrow, next week, next month. Well, you know, the most successful ones typically do have that mentality. And if you're a sales manager and you're watching this, or you're over salespeople, I'll tell you, the good ones are a lot harder on themselves than you can ever be. So be positive, and that stuff will help. Fantastic, Al. Thank you for the great comment, right? I want to read this because this is an important point that you made that we didn't really touch on too much, right? And it's be proud of the products you sell or the company you work for, right? Remember what it takes to repeatedly show up and be prepared to close the deals. He said, I don't know about you, but I'm very motivated now. Dude, lady, whatever. Thank you. That's a very nice comment. But you're right, you know. Belief in sales is the most important thing. If you don't wholeheartedly believe in what you're selling, it's going to come across to people you're trying to sell to. So make sure that it's a product that you're passionate about. Make sure that it's a service that you believe wholeheartedly works and is worth putting out there. That's the most important thing, because if not, it's this doing sales is too hard to not wholeheartedly be a fanboy or a fangirl of the company and the product that you're selling. So if you're not passionate about what you're selling, go find something that you are passionate about selling and do that yesterday. Get out of there and go sell something that you're proud of. Wet Laser, Baldwin was a handsome devil. Yeah, he was. super handsome in this. S. Allen, I was surprised by his answers. He's obviously an actual salesman. This movie's old school. Today you have to coddle salespeople, baby them, and your worth isn't always based on your achievements. S. Allen, interesting point, but I would disagree with you. You know, a lot of people, and I don't want to say piling on, but a lot of people, you know, think, oh, millennials or this generation is soft. No, they just value different stuff, right? They come into the workforce saddled by debt, right? Tons of other things going on, you know, distractions out the wazoo, right? They just value, they've got a different set of values than some folks have or some parents have. I've had really good sales folks that have been older generations. I've had great ones that have been, you know, kind of millennials or younger individuals that just had different value sets. The good thing about them is they can find lots of different ways to connect with individuals. So I just hesitate to hop on the bandwagon of everybody nowadays is soft. I feel like that's very much a trope. Talk to me in 10 years, I'll probably be saying the same thing about the new generation of workers. So you can call me a hypocrite when we get to that point. Matthew Bird. People don't like salesmen, also don't realize that nothing in the world happens until a sale is made. Yeah, that's exactly right, you know. Everybody gripes about a car salesman, but what is my Facebook and Instagram feed full of a lot of the times? People's brand new cars that they're super excited to have, right? How did they get there? Well, they got there because of a marketing commercial, and then they got to the lot and they talked to a sales individual. So you're exactly right. You know, nothing happens without sales. Sales is what makes our economy go round. So like it or not, there's certain individuals that you know, that's what they're skilled at. It's not a sleazy gig unless you make it a sleazy gig. Alison Lombard, great point. Sales is 80% listening, 90% mental, and 100% trust. You know, I like the almost 300% math there too, but you're right. People have to trust you to listen to you and hear what you're saying, right? 90% mental, you have to prepare yourself. A lot of sales training that I like or that we talk about in our organization is about kind of making sure that you change your state and that you affect the way that you feel and think going into any situation, any room, any phone call, any interaction from a sales or business development perspective. And 80% listening. Yeah, I mean, we talk all the time. You know, sales is reacting. It's not pitching. And to react properly, you have to listen. So wholeheartedly agree with that. Great point, Alison. Electro Systems Electric. I'm laughing at this review. Reminds me of a tenured professor at Berkeley. Oh, fuck. Not Berkeley.
Maybe it's a college for dogs.
Electro Systems Electric. I'm laughing at this review. Reminds me of a tenured professor at Berkeley. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. I think so. It was probably the colored shirt with the sweater over it. So I'll take it. Thanks, Electro. Hey guys, y'all were actually a lot kinder to me than I anticipated. For sure, a lot nicer than my friends or other people at the company were. So I appreciate it. Remember, we always talk about liking, subscribing, hitting that bell so that you don't miss any of these new videos that we're putting out. And I'm telling you, over the next few months, we're going to do some really interesting stuff and entertaining things that you guys can still take lessons from that I think you're going to love and enjoy quite a bit. But also leave comments. We read these things. We like them. There's a couple tips on some other videos that we've actually put into our production calendars. So we do pay attention to these things, good, bad, or otherwise. So please make sure you're commenting and giving us feedback on these things. We're doing them for you, and I'm excited that you guys enjoy them, that some of you hate them, and some of you guys have very opinionated stances on my face and head. So appreciate all the comments as always. I'm Jordan Smith. Until next time, peace, peeps. What's a John Boy?
Oh, J-O-M-B-O-Y?
Yeah.
He does these sports breakdowns. He's actually really good.
I was like, is a John Boy a slur?
didn't know what a John Boy is.
Because it says, a breakdown smells like John Boy. And I was like, I don't even want to look up what John Boy is.